everybody, and welcome to Albert's wonderful world of horrible movies. Today, we're taking a look at Flight 666 from the Asylum. Flight 666 is a movie that takes place almost entirely on an airplane. And you see the airplane as the setting for a lot of Asylum films because it's cheap. You can get your set, you can put your people on the set, you can film, you're out, you're done. This is a super cheap movie to make, and the Asylum keeps making it in different genres. And Flight 666 is the iteration of the Inside an Airplane film that's a horror film. This is actually a brilliant idea, in my opinion, because there's something already a little bit horrifying about an airplane, right? There is, whether or not you know the statistics about how safe it is to fly, the fact of being that high up in the air is just unsettling to a lot of people. And then there's the confinement. You are essentially imprisoned in this metal tube until you land. There's not anywhere to go. You can maybe get up and go to the tiny bathroom and be alone for a second and then go back to the seat where you're squished in next to the other person who's also squished in by you and you're eating tiny peanuts, and that's already pretty horrifying. And then you put a ghost in the mix? That is the makings of a pretty good story. And I'm here to tell you that Flight 666 delivers on that idea. It's just flat out a good movie. Not a great movie necessarily, but compared to a lot of the stuff the Asylum puts out, I can't fault it for acting for the most part. I can't fault it for special effects because there almost aren't any, all right? The story is interesting. What you have is you have an escalation of supernatural events on a plane that's going through supernatural turbulence. Again, you might chuckle at the idea of that, but the way the movie pulls it off and makes you believe in these people and their ever-growing unease and fear as the flight goes on and on and on, the storm won't end and people keep seeing ghosts and more people keep seeing ghosts and, you know, going crazy, and then there's maggots in the salad, and all of this stuff works really well. The tension is ratcheted up really, really well. On top of that, it turns into kind of a whodunit. The very opening scene, before we're on the airplane, the opening credits are a montage of a serial killer in different places with different people killing off these women and then walking away. And the implication is that this serial killer is on the plane and that you're, as an audience member, watching this trying to figure out how the ghosts are connected, and which one of these people the serial killer is. And that all, again, was put together pretty well. It's not a terribly scary movie. There are some scares, but if you're the kind of person that's easily frightened, I think you could probably handle it. If you're looking for a horror experience where you're jumping out of your seat a lot, it's not that. It kind of reminded me of the type of story that Guillermo del Toro likes to tell with his ghosts, where the ghosts themselves are not necessarily malicious. They just have an agenda in their death and they're trying to get something from the living. That was really the type of story that this was, and there are some scares and there are some creepy moments, but really this is a story about the ghosts trying to interact with the human world and get some kind of justice for themselves. And I liked it a lot. And not just me, my wife watched this one with me and she was like, well, we gotta keep watching now, because I was gonna turn it off. I was about to turn it off at like 10 o'clock. I said, okay, it's time for me to go to bed because old man Albert gets sleepy. And she said, no, I need to watch this and find out what happens. So we stayed up the extra 20 minutes to watch the ending, and it was worth it. It was worth every second of that. She liked it, I liked it, and I think you'll like it too. It's maybe one of the best legitimately good films to come out of the Asylum this year. and probably one of the best ones that's come out of there recently. I really thoroughly enjoy it. I recommend it to you guys highly. Regardless of whether you enjoy schlock or not, I think you can get some kind of fun out of this. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Flight 666. I hope that you enjoyed them. If you did, click that like button on the YouTube. I would appreciate it. Subscribe to our channel, and I will see you guys next week with another episode of Albert's Wonderful World of Horrible Movies. Take care, y'all. Hey guys, Albert here. Thanks for checking out our video. If you like the videos that we make, you should check us out over on patreon.com, where you can help support the stuff that we do. Consider clicking that little P and becoming a patron. Thank you.